Okay. Also in these 4 episodes
Hmm.
is the deaf actress Marlene Martin,
Marley Matten.
Marley Matten, Marley
Yeah.
Matten, and
Are
she is in
you
everything from this
are you
time.
old enough to know who Marley Matten is? Was she recognizable to you?
I feel like she was in everything
Yes,
in like the early 2000s.
she was having a moment. Moments, plural.
She was like at least like either she's in here she plays this woman Joey who's a political strategist in
Yes.
California who
Hmm.
they convinced to run for
Yes.
office herself. So she's like a recurring person, I have a feeling, right? And we
I
see
thought
her
she was a pollster.
twice.
Is that the same thing?
Oh, I guess she's a pollster. She's a strategist. Are pollsters a type of strategist? Is it like a square's a
Yeah, I
rectangle, but a
actually have a
rectangle's not a square?
yeah, I have a tidbit on this actually, I think.
Oh,
If we want me to just
yes,
quickly
please.
interject it. Okay, so she was originally written as a campaign manager, but Sorkin changed it because the writers liked her so much that they wanted her to be recurring, and so they retooled her into a pollster or a strategist so they could bring her back. Not to hint at anything, but this is not her last episode.
No, well, I see her twice in just these four
Yeah,
episodes.
that's what I meant. They're gonna bring her back twice.
Yeah, she's great. I feel like she had like a. This is an episode where she, or this is a, excuse me, this is a show where she's a recurring person, and there were a couple that she was recurring. But I
Hmm.
feel like during this time period that she was also in like one episode of every show that was on
Everything.
television,
Yes, yes.
including Law and Order
Dun dun.
and CSI.
Yep.
And you know who else was on CSI?
Who?
Who was in these 4 episodes? Do you know?
Who? Mm.
The bodyguard for Zoe.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Zoe's bodyguard was on CSI and CSI Vegas.
You're a big CSI fan, aren't you?
You know what? My depo for you is based on my love for CSI. And it is what is a show that you have watched a lot of and like recognize all the characters from it, but you actually don't remember any of the episodes or any of the details because it was just a show that it was like in one eye, out the other, in
Oh,
one ear, out the other.
well, what I was going to say is that Alias has a lot of people that Alias and Scandal, but I remember them. I remember the episodes, I think, that when I see people.
Yeah,
So I don't know if I can answer the second part of it, like a show I saw so much, but then it was one in one eye and out the other. Because, I don't, like, I watch TV without a phone usually, unless I'm like taking
right.
note. Like, I don't like spoilers. In fact, I was listening to a Good Hang podcast with our good friend Amy Poehler, and they were starting to talk about something. I don't remember which episode, and I realized I'm about to hear a spoiler. So I fast forwarded through the episode because I didn't want to hear the spoiler because it was something I wanted to read or watch.
Yeah,
That's how much I
yeah.
don't like spoilers.
And how much you don't like background. Like you're like, I'm watching this in my foreground.
Sure. I mean, all of these shows are better background shows now for me. Like Suits is a good background show. West Wing, now that we're recapping it, it's hard to be a background. It's got to be front and center, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Schitt's Creek is one of my favorite background shows.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think CSI I watched and I watched a lot of it. And then also Criminal Minds. I think Kyle and I watched every episode of Criminal Minds.
Did you really?
Yeah. And all
Is
these
that
shows
is that
blend
when you knew he
together.
was the one?
This was after I had already committed to him being the one. So it's just like more evidence of him being the one.
Okay.
Like I'd already committed. It was like, this is the one. We're married. I think it was like after we had MJ, and it was when I was just up at all hours. So we
Sure.
just have Criminal Minds on while I was nursing her or something.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. It's like really, I also watched Handmaid's Tale with all the kids because like a new season would come out
Come out every
when I
time you
was
had a
on
kid.
maternity leave. I was
Yeah.
like, this is
You're
just,
really cranking them out on the odd years for a while.
I really was. It was really, I was like, oh no, it's an odd year. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought that was interesting. Also, speaking of Zoe, I did not realize her and Charlie were officially dating
They didn't
in
do a
the
great
last four
job
episodes.
of making it
Yeah.
like, hey, they're now dating. It just sort of kind of
Right. They
happened
just like hard
after,
launch it.
well, they did Hard Lunch, which is interesting with her being in the spotlight and him in his role as well. I think it's like after Bartlett said you can take her out, then we were, as an audience, supposed to assume that not only was he going to take her out, she was going to like him, he was going to like her, and then they would be a couple. So here's what's interesting about The West Wing, and you will find this throughout your journey. Sometimes there's just a lot of storylines going on. And so they assume that the viewer is smarter than they're giving us credit for, and they just assume that we know this. There have been a few times where I'm like, are we supposed to know? Okay, we're supposed to know this. Okay, all right, here we go, here we go.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
That
one
makes
of
me
these
feel better.
instances. There are going to be a
That
couple
makes me
times
feel
you're
better.
like, wait a minute, did I miss that? Did they already pass the law? Wait, what? And they just want you to make those assumptions, and they just assume that you know, that you got it.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I wasn't in the meeting where it happened, but I'm doing a walk and talk with a person and I'm just keeping up. I'm just
And you're
keeping up
just
with them on the
nodding and
walk and
saying
talk.
yes, 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 even if you're like, I don't completely know what happened, but like, I'm going to figure this out. Yeah.
I know enough. I'm going to figure it out. Okay. I'm excited about it. It does feel like a lot of pressure to have your girlfriend's father be your boss.
Yeah. And also that your girlfriend's father is the president.
An extra layer.
Totally.
Some might say an important extra layer.
The most important.
Okay. I have another bone to pick.
Let's pick it.
Sam.
You still don't like him.
I still have bones with Sam.
Okay. Let me hear it.
Listen. Sam has once again stepped over a line. There's this guy on death row, and they thought he was going to get off, but the Supreme Court sends him to the death penalty. Sam is trying to get him off of death row. And so he calls Toby, he has someone call Toby's rabbi to preach a sermon in temple about like grace and not choosing violence and basically anti-death penalty while Toby is in temple during, I believe it's like during Passover. It's like a holiday, is it not?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so this is like a big deal. And
That's not exactly how it happened.
wait, what
If I'm-
happened?
If I may correct you, he did not
Okay.
call somebody. What happened is somebody that he has known for years called him, came in to see him, and said, hey, this guy is going to get the death penalty. I need you to talk to the president. And he was like, I can't do that. And he was like, then you need to talk to your boss, Toby. And he was like, I mean, I can't do that. He's off. And he was like, well, talk to him first thing tomorrow morning. And he goes, I'm not going to do that. He's probably at temple. He said it off the cuff. And he goes, which temple? He goes, I don't know. The one on St. Paul. Or, I don't know. And when he said that, then that old friend of his went and found that temple and then went to the rabbi. So
Yeah.
it slipped. Sam shouldn't have said it, but he wasn't saying like, okay, let me tell you where he's going to be tomorrow. And you didn't hear it from me. So it was not done with malintent initially. That's the scene.
Yeah. Well, that's the scene I saw. But then it seemed like there had been some follow up between that conversation and the rabbi because when Toby went to
realized-
talk to
yeah.
Sam,
He realized
Sam was
it was-
like,
yeah.
yeah, I did do that and I would do it again. It was the right thing to do. And
Well,
Toby's like, huh, it was
But
the
I don't
right
think
thing
Sam
to do.
did it. I don't think Sam did it maliciously at the beginning, but then they flipped it and made it seem like he was like, "Oh, I'm actually fine with doing it," because the way he said it. And again, just my interpretation, because I actually rewatched this scene to get it, because it's at the very beginning, and like they're doing a walk and talk, and they're coming into frame, so you can't hear all of their dialogue at the beginning. And I'd just taken a sleep gummy, so I had. I had to get it going. And so I hit rewind specifically on the scene. And the way he said it was very off the cuff. Like, I don't know, he's going to be at temple, like somewhere on St. Paul. And it didn't seem like, I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just saying the way I interpreted it was not coming from a place of like, I'm in cahoots with this guy to, but then it
I
ended up,
agree. I agree. I think the thing is, Sam, this is like the at least third, actually, I think fourth major time that he has maybe not done something with malicious intent, but crossed a boundary with someone that he works with or crossed a boundary with someone that he's supposed to be friends with in a way that is not appropriate because he thinks he is the moral authority or he thinks, well, that's the right thing to do. So no matter what you think, and he's got his little Sam fingers in all these people's lives. And it's like, those should be on a keyboard, Sam. They should be writing speeches, not write an apology, maybe. Write an apology to people for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear you. And I wonder how anybody could just not like any character that Rob Lowe is playing.
That's fair.
Because Rob Lowe is
That's fair.
also another little Travis Tanner, you know?
You think Rob Lowe is a Travis Tanner?
A little bit.
Do you hear that firework?
Yeah, it's June 26th.
Oh, people are practicing.
Oh, okay. So you guys celebrate every holiday real hard there.
What I have learned about Erie, Pennsylvania is if there's a holiday, people are going hard, especially if it's a holiday that's like a little obscure. You know, it's not like Christmas pageants, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's St. Patrick's Day leprechauns coming to everyone's classroom. It's
Yeah.
4th of July fireworks starting at the end of June.
That's interesting. Hey, do the neighborhood kids call your husband, my brother, Mr. K?
They do.
Okay. Because I did get a call today from a 5-year-old who's not one of your children. She is a neighbor of yours. And I got a call from the neighbor, and we had a good conversation about pie and when I was coming to visit. And she told me that there's a game that you play that if you get on the hammock and you touch the ground, then pie has to go in your face. And I said, when did y'all
We don't
get?
play that game.
Okay, well,
it did,
then
yeah.
this child made it up. And I said, when
No,
did
they
I
did play that game, but we as in me, I don't play that game.
And I said, I only want to play it because I want to eat the pie. And then I said, how did that start? She goes, well, you know Mr. K, right? And I said, yes. I was like, okay. She goes, Mr. K put up a hammock on Father's Day. I was like, how great of Kyle to get a hammock for Father's Day and then have to put it up. But she's like, so
I
Mr.
put up the
K,
hammock. She
Oh, did
watched
you?
me put up the hammock.
She told me Mr. K put up a hammock.
Okay, we did get
And
it for
so,
Mr. K.
yeah, so I just thought that was really cute that they call him Mr. K
They do.
because they
And
call you
they,
MJ's mom.
yeah, but I'm trying to correct that. I don't
Okay.
respond to MJ's mom not
Okay.
anymore because it was too stressful. It was just too
Are
hard
you just
living a
trying to do
second
Maggie?
life. I was like, I can only respond to Maggie or mom.
Okay.
Yeah, they also
Anyway.
specifically asked to call Aunt Nana. So
That's great. I loved it. I loved seeing that. I didn't talk to my niece. I just talked to your 5-year-old neighbor. So,
Yep. yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we do holidays big here.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Sorry.
I mean, there's other things that are important that happen, like Mendoza, the judge who's the nominee, is in trouble because he's spoken out against something that the president has done.
Yeah.
Is it the LGBT hate crime law? No. Is that what he spoke out? No, it's an apology. Mendoza wants an apology from a politician who called another politician racist. And so he's in trouble in the news, but then he's in more trouble because he gets arrested while driving through Connecticut. And he's just going antiquing with his family. And they see
Yep.
he's drunk driving, but he doesn't drink because he has a liver condition.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
man.
Okay. So the former White House press secretary for Reagan and Bush, his name was Marlon Fitzwater, Bush Sr., publicly said that, first of all, he hated the Mendoza arrest plot because he said that the idea that the staff would secretly extract a Supreme Court nominee from a Connecticut jail was so absurd and it broke his suspension of disbelief. Because otherwise that episode is like very widely praised, but he did not like that one. So,
It does seem a little far-fetched.
yeah.
It seemed like a little like we gotta get this point in here to talk about it. And I think it could have probably been done another way.
Yeah. I've got a couple other fun facts if you're curious about them.
I do. And then I have one deposition for you. But I want to hear your fun facts first.
No, give me the dippo. Let's do it.
Okay, CJ gets a root canal.
Yeah.
Her mouth is real,
Yeah.
which made me think about tooth surgeries.
Yeah.
Have you had your wisdom teeth out? And
Yeah.
or have you ever had a root canal?
Never had a root canal. I've had my wisdom teeth out.
When?
Well, I was living in my first house and I had started the comedy club, but I hadn't sold the house so that I could continue to pay for the comedy club. Um, it's around but sometime around 2008 or so.
Wow.
Our friend Raymond and Lee. Lee was living with me. She was my roommate at the time. So I specifically remember that very day. I won't tell the whole story, but it did. It was on a Wednesday.
Thank you. Thank you for not telling me any other details than it was on a Wednesday. That's very good.
Yeah. I'll tell it to you offline.
Okay, it must be real juicy.
It's a juicy, juicy one. Yeah. Have you had your wisdom
Juicy.
teeth out?
I did. In high school. I feel like that's a more common time to get them out.
And you still have them, correct?
I have them somewhere. I couldn't find them the other day,
So,
but I do
listeners, if you didn't know
have
this,
them.
Maggie loves teeth. In fact, I don't know if it's actually ever come up, but Maggie is like known in our friend group and like wide beyond just the friend group of somebody who really likes teeth, and so she keeps them. So she's got a collection of teeth, probably her children's teeth, right? Do you have them?
MJ keeps losing them. She keeps taking them out to like look at them and then dropping them and we can't find them. So
Okay,
my house is littered with teeth.
teeth.
Yeah. I do want to say it's not that I like have ever just like loved teeth. It's just I kept all my baby teeth. I hid them and I would
Right.
keep them. And then so like when I was in my 20s and Facebook was around, my mom brought me all my children's stuff and I just so happened to have a photo that I posted of like a bunch of human teeth because I thought it was really great that I had them all. And then people were like, wow, Maggie just really loves teeth. And I've leaned into it because the more people tell you you love something, the more you start to, you
Yeah,
know?
it becomes your identity.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that I've like always been a tooth head, but I am now.
You know what? Lean into it.
I do. I do. Okay, that was my depo. I thought it was great when CG had her root canal and couldn't talk. It was just so
Yeah.
funny.
She got a lot of praise for that particular episode,
Do
just
you think she
because
had to just talk like that? Like just like do the acting, or do you think she
she
had
won.
prosthetics
She won her first Emmy for that.
for that for root canal?
Uh huh.
Amazing.
Uh huh. It's considered some of the funniest physical comedy in the series. She has a couple other times where she does some fun physical comedy, but she did a great job. You know,
She's so great. And it is a comedy.
it is.
If
Yeah,
The
as you
Bear
said,
is a comedy, The West Wing is a comedy for
for sure,
sure.
for sure. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of other things really quick, just so you know. Let's see here. Martin Sheen earned his first Emmy for "Take This Sabbath Day," which is also when Allison Janney won her. It's the same episode. Oh no, he earned his first nomination. He didn't win. He lost to James Gandolfini for The Sopranos. And did you
Which
know
I
that
also
he was
haven't seen.
nominated? He was nominated. I haven't seen either. Neither one of us have seen The Sopranos, so I think you guys know what's coming next. Um, Martin Sheen, he was nominated 6 times across 7 seasons for Bartlett, and he never won. Can you believe that? Like
Why?
the most perfect president never got an Emmy.
It's probably because they didn't want to mix entertainment and politics.
That's probably right.
They were like, we shouldn't be giving out Emmys to people that are our president.
Yeah. A couple of other things. The Hate Crimes Prevention Act that they talked about was actually signed into law by President Barack Obama on October 28th, 2009.
Barack Obama took a lot from The West Wing.
Yeah. Well, they said that Sorkin was kind of like willing that bill into law before Congress could actually get to it. Like he was writing it. So he did it and he passed it on the greatest day, October 28th, 2009.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks, Barack. Thanks,
That
Obama.
was a really special episode when, so they have the parents of the young man who was killed there to stand behind the president when he signs this hate crime law.
Yep.
And what is the name of the mouthy assistant or the mouthy consultant with the short hair? What's her
Mandy.
name?
Mandy.
That's right. Sorry.
Maura Kelly.
Mandy is like the dad's real quiet, and everyone's like, "Oh, he must be so embarrassed to have a gay son. He must be just so embarrassed." So they tell CJ like, "You got to talk to him when they get here because we can't have someone who's so embarrassed be standing by the president." And she's talking to him, and he's like, I actually don't support the president. So you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But he's like, I don't support it because he's not going hard enough. Like, what do you mean my son wasn't good enough to serve in the military? What do you mean my son isn't good enough to adopt a kid? Like,
Right.
all of these things. And he's just like giving it to her. And CJ is like, okay, wow, wow, wow. I was shocked that they were like, we can't have him do it because he can't go out to the press and say those things. I was like, this is really, really a different time. But is it? I don't know. But it just
I don't
felt
know.
very like it felt so long ago
Yeah,
that they would be like, we can't have him saying that kind of stuff. Like
I know.
what?
I know. Well, who knows what they would say now?
Who knows? But I hope that we've come further than
I would
that
hope.
as a whole.
There's another thing that the press has adopted. We had the secret plans for inflation, you know, the secret plan to fight inflation is something that the press now, has adopted. They've also adopted the take out the trash day. Like they've had the Friday news dump or trash day, but now it's called like take out the trash day. So it's one of the most like quoted pieces from the West Wing by actual journalists now.
I love it.
Isn't that wild?
I need to remember when it's take out the trash day too, because I often forget. And then it's more like, oh no, rush, I hear the
You
garbage
hear
trucks,
garbage
take
truck?
out the trash. You know?
That happened to me. It happens to me not as much because I remember, but bulk trash. Have I told you
Bulk
about
trash.
my last bulk trash incident?
No,
Bulk trash here in Dallas is never on time. You will put your
no.
stuff out on the first day that you can put it out, and it'll be sometimes 2 weeks
Yes.
before they pick it up. Okay? It's awful. And then the neighborhood just looks like a bulk trash. It just looks awful. So I was cleaning up my beds, my garden, my raised beds, because I've been working on creating this garden. So there was a lot of just junk. I had the bags from like Home Depot that are the trash with the big brown bags, and I had like 8 of them, and I still needed to put together a couple of more. And it's very hot here in Dallas, so you've got to get out and work in the sun until like 8:30 or 9, and then you're going in. And I had my 8 bags sitting out in the backyard by the beds, and then I needed to bag 2 more things of stuff. And I heard that truck coming around the bend, and I was in like a sports bra and shorts, which is not normally something I'm running around in the neighborhood in. And I just busted open the gate and ran to the front, and I did this. And I saw, lo and behold, here comes that truck on time the first day. So I go running back, and I run 8 bags of trash while luckily everybody else had all their trash out. They had taken out their trash, just like the press. And so as I was throwing down the last 2 bags, literally my heart rate's at like 155. I am dripping sweat, and I throw them down, and the guys had watched me do this, and they start clapping because I have entertained the shit out of them by
And you
running
were in
back
your
and
sports
forth.
bra.
Yeah, and I don't think they were. I think they were clapping for like, "Good for you, brave, brave woman."
They're like, there's that double jointed jaw bra lady.
I mean, Maggie sprinting like I was trying to make an international connection, which I had to do like a
Incredible.
few weeks before, and that's when I realized I don't need to be a runner because I need to enter races. I need to do it for like bulk trash day or making a
Yes.
short connection. Like when you need to actually have to run and not die and carry things. Like I need to be
Yeah.
running, practicing carrying a carry-on or a bag of bulk trash.
Yeah. Backpacks.
I have literally, and thank goodness I didn't trip or anything. I mean, I was sprinting Tuesday
It
morning. I'll
never
never
comes
forget
on
it.
time. I
It
can't
never
believe
comes on time.
that.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna put this out today. I was leaving for a trip for work the next day. I was like, it's gonna be fine. Like, no,
Wild.
wild. Anyways,
Well, speaking of wild, do you have any more wild facts or tidbits from these 4 episodes?
well, here's what's interesting. Yes, I do. And I'm not going to share them with you because they all lead into and give you teasers, or they're like Easter eggs for things later to come. And so I'm unfortunately not going to be able to do that right now.
Oh, it's
I
because I
know.
didn't mention something. It's like I should have mentioned something and then you would have been able to share a tidbit with me, but I didn't.
No,
So now if you shared it, it would be like, oh, now she knows it's important.
no. There's some stuff in there that is said in some little plants of things, not actual plants. And they will make themselves known later. And I don't want to reveal that because I'm adamant about no spoilers for you.
Okay, that's
Even though
fair.
this is This is a spoilers podcast if you have not seen The West Wing yet.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Well, I'm glad you're not spoiling it because I do want to maybe take a trip.
I would love to. Just like a quick little one.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, let's take the speed train.
Okay. Choo choo.
Now stop.
Okay.
Prediction Town. All right. I think something that the president makes a big deal about, which we didn't really touch on, but he makes a big deal about it at this fundraiser in LA, that
Okay.
he is not going to allow for a bill that like is anti-LGBT. Like he would not sign it no matter what. And it's like if I even make a speech about it, like that's going to make it all like it's going to make a big tizzy. I have a feeling a bill is going to come across his desk and he is going to have to not sign it
Okay.
about this very issue. I feel like that was a big foreshadow.
Okay.
He's going to have to take a stand.
Okay.
I feel like he just like they're not taking many stands at all in the presidency unless they're like forced into it or unless someone like Lee is about to leave the room and then they say something to the president and then he's like a big zinger. Like,
Right.
oh, we don't talk about our enemies. So I feel like they're going to have to really like pick up their stances if they're going to be elected again. And these midterms are coming up. And like, what are they do? Like, what are they going to do? They have a secret plan for inflation. Is there going to be a crash? Can you imagine having a president who's an economist, a Nobel Prize winning economist, and then the economy crashes?
Wild.
I predict something of the sorts will happen, and he'll have to really get out of it.
Okay.
Long-term prediction, I think that they will lose the midterms, but he will win re-election.
Okay.
Because I think if it's going to be a realistic show, that needs to happen.
Okay.
I think CJ and Danny are going strong, which I like. I also like the Joey and the idea of Joey and Josh. I like that
Okay.
idea, although
Okay.
she is with someone who is kind of a loudmouth political operative person as well.
Okay.
But I think that I could see a hookup coming. The polls are in favor.
The polls are in favor. Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Mendoza still has not been confirmed. And I think it might be a tough confirmation because he's
Okay.
got lots of strong opinions. But I think they'll eke it out if they can get it done before the midterms, you know?
Right. Yeah. It's interesting
my
because these midterms are coming up quick in the West Wing, and we have the real live midterms coming up.
That's true.
You know, interesting to
Do
think
you
about
think
all
the
the things
midterms,
that
do
have
the
to get
midterms happen
done
in season one? I guess the midterms have to happen in season one. They're almost there.
You know, you've done this to me a lot. You used to do this when we were doing Suits, when we were recapping Suits. You would ask a question as if it was like part of a conversation or like confirming, more of like confirming something. And it looks to the layman who doesn't actually know what's going on that I'm being rude and not responding.
Yeah.
It also probably looks to them like you're just being casual, but I know what you were doing. And you are trying to get me to give the down and dirty, to give me the hot goss, to spill the tea, right?
It's true. You caught me.
I'm not going to do it.
So sue me.
So sue me.
Sue
So
me.
sue me. All right.
It worked in second grade to get my teacher to spell all the spelling words.
That's fair. Can you spell that for me again?
How do you spell that?
again? Thanks so much for tuning in. You can check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
And if you don't know what to say in your review, you can say, I vote for this podcast each and every election. Go vote.
My
Get out and
elections. My election selection.
My election. This is my election.
Election. Okay.
Bye.